Welcome back, dear students. Today we are going to learn about the immune disorders. Okay. Right. So what is the function of immune system? If you see the function of immune system protects the host body. Right. So from where the immune system is protecting? The immune system is protecting the host body from different types of infections. Okay. Sometimes the immune system fails, or sometimes the immune system does not work properly. So if the immune system is working improperly, what will happen? Let us see. Improper working of immune system causes discomfort and diseases also. It causes discomfort of the body. It causes diseases to the body. Now, a lot of the immune disorders causes due to improper working of immune system. Let us see. Improper immune system. So, improper working of immune system is causes allergy, autoimmune disorders, and third one, immunodeficiency disorders. Right? There are three things we have to learn. So, as long as the immune system is working properly, our body is protected by the immune system by different types of infections. Suppose if the immune system is not working properly, so improper working of immune system is causing disorders, discomfort and diseases. So if the improper working of immune system is causing what? Now let us see what are the disorders caused by the improper working of immune system. The disorder caused by improper working of immune system are allergy, autoimmune disorders and immunodeficiency disorders. Now let us see what is meant by first one, allergy. Now let us see the allergy. Allergy or allergy is otherwise called as hypersensitivity. Another name for allergy. Okay. So when we go to the new places, so when we enter into the new places or when we are moving to a new area, so what happens? Suddenly the person starts sneezing, okay, running nose, discomfort in breathing, and watery eyes. Right? I hope most of you people have been experienced with this one, I think so. So when we move to the new place, suddenly when we go to a new place, suddenly we start discomfort in breathing, wheezing, sneezing, and also watery eyes and also running nose. Why this happens? What is the reason for that? Because some people are, before going to that, we'll see. Right. So these symptoms can be seen when we move to the new places. Then once we move away from that place, these symptoms will stop. You understood that? When we are moving away from that place, suddenly these symptoms will go away. What is the reason for that? Because let us see, some are sensitive for certain antigens present in the nature. So people are sensitive. Some people are sensitive for certain antigens that are present in the nature, or instead of nature we can use in the environment. It is an appropriate word. You understand that? So we are sensitive for certain antigens that are present in the nature. Due to that, we feel discomfort when we move to the new place. Again, when we are moving away from that place, automatically these symptoms will last. What is the reason? Means because of the sensitiveness. Now, what is the definition of allergy? Let us see that one. Allergy is otherwise called as hypersensitivity. It's very important. They will be asking you both the questions, allergy or hypersensitivity. So what is the definition? We can write. It is an exaggerated immune response against antigens present in the environment. An exaggerated immune response against the antigens present in the environment is called as allergy or hypersensitivity 1. So this word is very, very important. Remember for this word. Exaggerated immune response. The definition is very important for NEET. Remember that the definition is very important for the NEET. Or they may ask you for one more question. An exaggerated immune response of the immune system against the antigens present in the environment is called as allergy or hypersensitivity. Okay, understand that? Right, let us see which substances are causing allergy and what are those substances' name. Okay? Okay, substances that cause allergy. Are called as allergens. So what are the examples of allergens? What are the examples of allergens? Allergens include dust mites, animal dander, nothing but it is the animal fur. That means in some people they may have pet animals like dogs, cats, like that. So the fur of their bodies may come into the air and we inhale that atmosphere, that fur, those particles of the fur, the person feel allergic reactions. So animal dander means, remember that it is the fur of the animal, and also pollen. So these are the allergens that cause the allergy. Then what are the antibodies released during allergy? That is very important. Antibodies released during allergy are IgE type. So very, very important. This one is very, very important for NEET. Type of antibodies released during hypersensitivity. Type of antibodies released during allergy. What are allergens? Substances which cause allergens. Examples of allergens. Remember that. So very important for the NEET. Now what these antibodies will do? What these antibodies will do? Once these antibodies are released, what happens? Once these antibodies are released, these antigens, that means the antibodies binds to mast cells are basophil cells. So these antibodies are binding to the mast cells or basophil cells. Then when the antibodies are released into the man, into the body of the man, that is called as sensitization for that antigen. So that point I am writing here. So release of antibodies is called as sensitization. Release of antibodies is called as what? Sensitization. So once the antibodies are released into the host body, then we can say that the host is sensitized. That means these antibodies recognize those antigens, right? Then when the antigen enters the host for the second time, the IgE antibodies stimulate the mast cells or basophil cells to release some substances like histamine, serotonin, prostaglandins, etc. Okay. So when the antigen again enters into the host body, already the antibodies are produced for that antigen. So when they are entering into the host body, what is happening there? Already produced antibodies are stimulating the basophil cells and mast cells to release some inflammatory mediators. So what are the names of those inflammatory mediators? Means they are the histamine, serotonin and prostaglandins. So very important now. Let us see what this histamine will do. So let us see what is the function of histamine. Histamine is a vasodilator. Vasodilator means what? It dilates the blood vessels and it increases the flow of inflammatory mediators to the site of injury. Normally if you see the capillary, right, the capillary wall thickness will be like this. So this is the blood capillary and these are the endothelial cells like this. These are the endothelial cells. So in normal cases the blood vessels will be like this. Suppose histamine is released, what happens? This is becoming dilated like this. Okay, that means what is happening now? The blood flow in the blood capillaries is increasing. Okay. So when the blood flow increases, what happens? Filtration also increases. So from here, the fluids are coming out like this. The fluids are coming out like this. Where the dilation of blood vessel is occurring, the blood vessel dilates at the site of injury or at the site of allergy. You remember that. The blood vessels are dilating at the site of injury. So what happens? The histamines are released. Histamines are dilating the blood vessels. When the blood vessels are dilated, inflammatory. That means body fluids are accumulating at the site of injury and causes edema. Edema, or it causes swelling and redness at the site of injury. The redness is called as erythema. The redness is called as erythema. Okay, then what are the medicines to treat the allergy? So medicines used for treatment of allergy are antihistamine. That means instead of medicine you can use the drug. Medicines are drugs. So antihistamine, adrenaline and steroids. Right? Steroids give quick immune response. So very important point. This one is also, what are the drugs to treat the allergy? It is very important point for the NEET. You understand that? Right. So what is happening today in the modern days? In the modern days, children are very much affected with immunity. That means the child is not having proper immunity. Why? Because the children are grown in the protected environment. Parents are not allowing the children to play in the mud. Right? So if they won't play in the mud, they won't get resistance for certain bacteria. And today we are completely drinking the reverse osmosis water. We are not drinking the tap water. We are drinking only the filtered water. So if you drink filtered water, what is happening? All the minerals are removed. You understand that? All the minerals are removed. You are drinking the water without any minerals. So the resistance for certain diseases is lacking in the children due to overprotection by the parents. So children should be allowed to play in the soil, to play in the mud, to eat different things found on the roadside. No problem. So if they allow it, then only the resistance will develop. That doesn't mean that I am encouraging the roadside food. You understand that? You have to eat everything so that you should get some resistance for certain diseases also. Right, we go for the next one now. Yeah, let us see the next one. Autoimmunity. So this is also very important. So what is autoimmunity? Let us see that one. First one. Autoimmune disorders. Results when the immune system attacks and destroy the cells, right? So when our immune system is attacking and destroying our own body cells, then it causes the autoimmune disorders. Why that one? Let us see that. If you see the higher vertebrates, in higher vertebrates, acquired immunity depends upon or due to immunological memory. Right? That means they require prior contact with the antigens and they develop the memory and they show resistance when the same antigen enter into the body. So in higher vertebrates, the acquired immunity is due to immunological memory. So due to that, the immune system can recognize self cells and foreign cells. So, due to immunological memory, the immune system is able to recognize which are self cells and which are foreign cells. How does it get the memory? It gets the memory due to prior attack with the same antigen. We know that already I discussed about the acquired immunity. Acquired immunity depends upon antigenic stimulus. That means it requires the antigen first to attack it. Then only it gets memory for that antigen. Okay. So, due to that, the immune system is able to recognize the self cells and foreign cells. But sometimes due to genetic or unknown reasons, we don't know the reasons also, unknown reasons, the immune system attacks the self cells, causing autoimmunity. disorders. Okay. So when the immune system fails, when the immune system attacks the self cells, it causes autoimmune disorders. So why the immune system is attacking the self cells? The immune system is attacking the self cells due to the genetic reasons, or we don't know the reasons also, for unknown reasons also, it attacks the self cells. So it causes autoimmune disorders. Let us see the next point. Right. So what is autoimmunity? Autoimmunity is the abnormal immune right? Autoimmunity is due to the immune system is showing abnormal immune response against the self cells, right? So in mature vertebrates or in mature animals, the immune system does not respond to self, that means does not respond to the self antigens, that means the antigens present in the body, or the immune system does not respond to the host tissues. You understand that? What are the antigens present in the body means you also know that RBC, blood groups are having antigens, RH is an antigen, okay? Then generally the immune system is not showing any response to the tissues present in our body, does not show any response to the cells present in our body, okay? Our own body cells, that it does not show any response. It is called as immunological tolerance. So it is called as immunological tolerance of the immune system. Sometimes the immunological tolerance breaks for unknown reasons, breaks down and attacks the self cells, right? Now what are the diseases that are caused due to autoimmunity? So let us see what are those diseases. Rheumatoid arthritis, so joint pains, so due to accumulation of uric acid crystals, it is an autoimmune disorder. Graves' disease, thyroid gland disorder. Then myasthenia gravis, in myasthenia gravis they block the acetylcholine receptors and causes paralysis. So myasthenia gravis is seen in the skeletal muscles, right? Then Hashimoto disease, it is also thyroid gland disorder. So these are the what we call autoimmune disorders. So these disorders are very important, ma. Remember that. These disorders are, names of these disorders are very, very important. I hope you understood everything, right? If any doubts are there, please WhatsApp me, okay? Or please post the message. So I'll reply for you people. Okay, please continue this one. And in the next class, we'll go for the next one, immunological, immune system of the body, and also immunological disorders. So it takes a little bit time. So I may go for up to 30 minutes like that. So please go through the next class, right? Have a nice day. Thank you very much.